Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. It is located within the limits of the city of Rome. And today I'd like to take you inside of this interesting and holy place, where power, history, religion, and culture mix together. We're going to see Vatican Museums, Sistine Chapel, St. Peters Basilica, and also Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore. Vatican became independent from Italy back in 1929 with the Lateran Treaty, and it is a distinct territory under full ownership, exclusive dominion, and sovereign authority and jurisdiction of the Holy See. And the Holy See itself is a sovereign entity under international law, which maintains the city-state's power and governance, diplomatic and spiritual independence. When you are visiting Vatican, it is not exactly like going to another country because you don't need a visa, but you do have to go through a checkpoint and they're gonna make sure that you are not bringing anything prohibited into the city-state. My Vatican adventure started from Vatican Museum, where you can see an amazing collection of artifacts, sculptures, paintings and mosaics, which are basically everywhere. They display works from the Vatican collection acquired by the Catholic Church and the papacy throughout the centuries, including several of the most well-known Roman sculptures and most important masterpieces of Renaissance art in the world. The museum contains roughly 70,000 works, of which about 20,000 are on display. Just imagine how much art you don't even see because they simply don't have enough space to display it. Currently, the museum employs 640 people who work in 40 different departments. Vatican Museum is not just a museum actually, it is also a research institute and one of the biggest archives in the world. Pope Julius II founded the museums in the early 16th century. The Sistine Chapel, with its ceiling and altar wall decorated by Michelangelo, is on a visitor's route through the Vatican Museums. The only limitation in Sistine Chapel are no pictures, no videos, and no talking. During your visit, you will see 24 galleries or rooms in total, with the Sistine Chapel being at the last room visiting within the museum. I gotta tell you that it's a lot of people in there every single day, guys. There are no times of the year when this place isn't that busy. That's why I highly recommend to purchase your museum tickets way ahead of your visit. Make sure that you're getting the correct tickets because there are different options available. You want to see everything, even though it will take time and you're almost gonna spend the whole entire day there, because the museum is just the beginning, but it is totally worth it, guys. So the main question, do you need a tour guide? Well, you have a few options here. You can get on a tour with an independent but certified by Vatican tour guide, or you can get your own ticket and go on your own, but you must wait in a long line to get inside, guys. Because tour groups are using skip the line option and getting into the museum within like 10-15 minutes. If you're on your own, you wait might be just a few hours, but it's just a few hours which you spend in a long line. Do you really want to do it? So if you want to save time, go with a tour guide. Most of them having small groups up to 10 people. So you will see the most interesting parts of the museum, and also you will learn something new because those tour guides are actually very knowledgeable. At the end of the museum part, you will enter the Sistine Chapel. And it's a chapel in the Apostolic Palace, the Pope's official residence in Vatican City. Originally known as the Cappella Magna, or the Great Chapel, it takes its name from Pope Sixtus IV, who had it built between 1473 and 1481. And since that time, it has served as a place for both religious and functionary papal activity. Today, it is the site of the papal conclave, the process by which a new pope is selected. The chapel's fame lies mainly in the frescoes that decorate its interior, most particularly the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the Last Judgment, both made by Michelangelo. And that's the main reason why you can't take any pictures or videos in here. I had to Google a few photos just to show you this place, so you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. And after the Sistine Chapel, you will be taken to the St. Peter's Square, guys, where you're going to be able to enter the Basilica. The walk is pretty short, it's about 5 minutes. St. Peter's Basilica construction began on April 18, 1506, and it was completed on November 18, 1626. It is the largest Catholic church in the world, and Catholic tradition holds that the basilica is the burial site of St. Peter. And St. Peter's tomb is directly below the high altar of the basilica, also known as the altar of the Confession. When I was visiting St. Peter's Basilica, the tomb of St. Peter was closed for visitors. It seems like there is some renovation project that's happening right now, but you can visit the necropolis underneath the basilica. I decided not to film there because, it's a resting place for many people, but if you're going to be visiting the basilica, go down and check it out, that place. It's pretty interesting. St. Peter's Basilica is truly an amazing place to explore. Its size is spectacular and all the art and decorations are just fabulous. Your time here is not limited, guys, so you don't have to rush. Take your time, walk around, and enjoy the energy of this place. This is one of those places which you should see at least once in your lifetime. And it is totally worth it. I can't describe my feelings when I entered this basilica because I was overwhelmed with its beauty and size. It actually takes some time to see the whole place, and then you go back where you started and see it again because you miss so much and so many interesting details. One good thing though, you don't have to be on a tour, and you don't need any tickets to visit this place. Remember this is very, very important because there are tons of people outside who will try to sell you some special tour to St. Peter's Basilica, which honestly you don't need. You can visit this whole place on your own pace, without any tickets. I mean, after all, guys, it's a church. After St. Peters Basilica, I want to show you another very interesting basilica which I highly recommend to visit. Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore. This basilica isn't big, but it has very interesting history. They started building this back in the year of 432 and only finished in 1743. Yes, it took them more than 1,000 years to build this place because the project was constantly changing and they were making so many reconstructions and so many additions to this church that, the whole thing took, more than 1,000 years. It's incredible. But the most interesting fact of this basilica is that it is located in Rome, but it has full independent status of Vatican's property, meaning that when you enter this basilica you have to go through airport-style security checkpoint, and Rome or Italy have to treat this place as an independent country territory, even though it is fully surrounded by Rome and all the communications like water supply, electricity and roads are provided by Rome. Very interesting place to visit, guys. It is actually one of a few Vatican properties located in Rome which you can visit. There are other churches and monasteries which owned by Vatican, and technically they are a territory of Vatican as well. To get to this place, you have to take a metro or subway from Ottaviano station to Roma Termini station, and then walk to Piazza della Esquilini. The walk is about 10 minutes, and that's where the church is located. It wasn't packed with tourists, so I took my time there, enjoyed the atmosphere of this place, and even got a chance to hear a choir singing. It was a very interesting experience. Here I felt more like in church and less like in a museum. And Rome has a lot of places like this, guys. This whole city is filled with history and churches and ancient ruins. So if you're planning your visit to Rome, come visit Vatican and its museum. Visit St. Peter's Square and the Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore. Take your time, don't rush, and appreciate every single moment while you'll be here, because this experience is truly an amazing one. Well guys, I guess this is it for today. At this very moment I just want to say thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like it and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope I'll see you later, guys. Well, arrivederci.